Good morning. How is everybody doing on this crazy day? I don't know what it's like with you guys, but it's absolutely mental here. Blowing a hoolie, pouring a rain, just that kind of weather. You want to stay inside. So, yeah, I hope you all had a great weekend. We had an absolutely fantastic one. Very different from my goddess gatherings, but still loads of laughs, loads of seeing everybody that you just have an absolute ball with. Really, I think we've got so serious. There's been so much for people over the last few years and maybe beyond, and you're dealing with lots of things. Sometimes kids, sometimes aging parents, sometimes your own health issues. It can be a challenging time. So, and you forget to have fun. So, I highly, highly recommend it. I've always been a party animal. I don't think that'll ever die out of me. Singing and dancing, best way ahead. So let's do some breathing. We're just going to do something really quite calm today and slow. I think it's always good. It's like cross training. If you've ever done any um, physical training or the PT, and they're looking at all the different ways, your sort of flexibility, your core muscle strength, and then obviously cardiovascular. So it's the same with the breath work. You want to switch it up, and you want to change, and you want to look at what do you like least, because very often that's because you're not as good at it and it feels less comfortable. So that's probably where you have to look. So for me, I always like to just like, whoa, come on! I taught high impact aerobics decades. It was always about loud music and jumping around. I always went clubbing. I love that kind of crazy energy. So for me, slowing it all down and being calm and really taking this time to go inside was always counterintuitive. And slowing the breath. Still, I practice more vigorous breathing, Wim Hof type breathing than I do anything else. But this morning I decided to do something a bit. I did some breathing with Sandy earlier, and it's nice to do that. That slower breath work, really focusing into the diaphragm and into the heart, really taking the time to expand the cells. We've been talking a lot about this month. And if you're not a regular conscious connected breather, I highly recommend like intermittent fasting. These two things are so powerful because when you do them, the body will do the rest. You don't have to pay any money. You don't have to take anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to observe the body's own intelligence and understand the power of when you don't eat for that amount of time, that 14 to 16, 18 hours sometimes through the night and beyond, in the evening and in the morning, and then you put your breath work in on top of this. If you wake up not feeling on top form, which is, let's face it, in a Scottish winter can be, you hear the weather outside, you're just like not going, yeah, I can't wait to get out. So really being able to override what's already happening. This is all about overriding the past, overriding the program, overriding the habitual reactions to things. And the weather for me, as everybody that knows me knows, I mean, I moved to Malta because I love the sun. I love living in the sun. I really hope to live in the sun again in the future. It's just free happiness for me. It's not for everybody, but it is for me. So overriding that weather and not allowing what's happening in the weather in Argyll to affect my happiness is a key one for me. And even just Sandy always says, just smile when you're breathing. So we're just going to go straight into it, okay? Belly, heart, and then let it all go in through the nose and out through the mouth and smile. Try it. It's so stupidly simple, but it actually works. You're deciding how you're going into your day. Okay, so just breathe with me. Fill in that belly. I always purse my lips, it helps me control the out breath. Diaphragm, chest, and out. You might feel yourself already starting to just calm down, changing your own chemistry, utilising that superpower. We'll speed it up now. Into your belly. Cells expanding. Smile. All the way in and all the way out, and hold. And hold the breath. Smile to yourselves. Feel the energy. You can probably feel your energy changed already. 3, 2, 1. Breathe all the way in. And squeeze into your brain. Guide the energy up your spine. Tighten your intrinsic muscles and squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. And let it go. Let it go. And let it go. And let it go. And just feel the change in that energy. One simple round. We're going to do another one. So you can do this anywhere. You can do this when you're sitting watching the TV. Or you don't do breath work in the car, obviously. You can do this at work. You can really, there's any time that you feel either you need to calm down or you need to get more energy in. And remember the smile, because it actually does change things. Let me get a drink. I'm a bit hoarse. Singing all the Queen songs at the weekend. Breathing in and out. And 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 in. Smile and out. And in and out. In and out. Speeding it up. In and out. And speed it up again. All the way in. Hold it. All the way out. Hold it. Observe the change in chemistry you've created. Utilising your superpower to change your state. Feel the cells rearrange themselves. We'll talk about the microbiome in the breath tomorrow. How it affects your digestive system, your vagus nerve, your fascia, all your systems. 3, 2, 1. Breathe all the way in. And squeeze. Gently guide that energy up the spine into the brain. Close your eyes, focus on your third eye, your forehead. Squeeze it. And let it go. Let it go. And just enjoy that space you've created, that energy. Okay, we'll just do one last one. And that'll set you up for the day. Remember to smile. Remember that you're in control. It can really feel, when that kind of shadow, that cloud comes over you, it can feel as if you're the victim of it. And this is really what a lot of the work we're doing is about, is to break from the kind of victim perpetrator thinking to that somebody's doing something to me and making me feel a certain way, which is of course what happens. But when we turn it around and go, well, why am I allowing that? Because I actually have full power over my feelings. It just may not feel like that. Good morning, thank you, that's great. Right, so we'll just do one more round and to demonstrate, because the best, I can bang on about this, but the best way for you to do is to actually experience, oh yeah, I feel lighter now, I feel different. That person's changed because my perception has just shifted round and I'm moving into the creation place rather than the victim perpetrator model. Okay, last one. So breathing into the belly and out. And out. See yourself get lighter and lighter. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. See the cells expand. Feel yourself get brighter. See yourself flying this baby. See yourself taking back your power that you never actually lost. You just didn't understand you had. Let's just speed it up. Right into your belly. Let that wee octopus as your diaphragm, bringing it in and out. all the way in. And squeeze, hold it in. Close your eyes, look into your forehead, squeeze it. And let it out. Hold again. Remember the breath retentions, holding your breath. Hugely powerful for changing the chemistry. The brain kicks in. It starts to deliver the good stress hormones. Feel it. Smile. And 3, 2, 1. Pull the energy from the base of your spine. Squeeze into your brain. Use your core muscles, your pelvic floor muscles. Guide the energy into the pineal gland and squeeze it. Look into your forehead as you squeeze. And with a big let the air out. Another and just some nice, easy breaths. And feel every cell in the body sunbathing in that energy. Smiling at the blissful state that you now are. As every time we practice, we become more and more aware of our power to change our breath, when we can break through the lethargy, the apathy. And often this happens by hanging out with other people that are motivated and already doing it, that can encourage you. We all need encouragement at times. And we have a phenomenal lineup. We've got Inverness this weekend. I'm very excited. We've sold a huge amount of tickets up there. It's just fantastic. The Gaudes Gathering. It's a shame that this is the last one, because we've had so much fun. We've met so many amazing people, and so many people really willing to do the work, and positive and inspiring, and also vulnerable and willing to tell their stories. It's really been a remarkable tour. I've absolutely loved it. I'm a bit sad it's coming to an end, but don't worry, we're organising the next lot. And then obviously we've got April's an absolute fun fest. We've got the festival in Tarbert on the 12th to the 14th. Then we've got the Wild Medicine Retreat, which is with myself and Claire Houlihan, who's a medical herbalist. It's in Lochalan beside her medicine garden, and that stunning peninsula is just incredible. You'll be eating amazing food. You'll get access to all the best technology. We're going to have an absolute blast. Every time we do this retreat, it evolves and expands, like us, obviously. You'll have your own private bathroom, your own private room, en suite, and then we're up to Skye. And we're in Skye for the festival there in Broadford. So at these festivals, you can come and you can try all these different things that you can do to help yourselves. There's so many things out there now, and what's happening is all the teachers are doing all these courses, and they're mixing things together and making their own, which is always the way it should have been, because we really need to be tuning in and feeling what's right for us. And like everything I teach, very, very dominated by the Sedona method from Harold Waskin. But all the other amazing teachers I've met along the way, you take a little bit of what you want. So it's difficult to really put it in a nutshell as to what it is you do, because it's a whole collaboration of incredible stuff. So let me know how that breath work was for you. Please comment and feedback. We need to know what it is you're thinking. Obviously, we've got the Healing Centre in the Hebridean in next January and February. What would you like? What do you need to learn? What do you like to know? What would you like to see in Scotland? Yeah, we're on it. There's a huge amount of energy. We really appreciate all the people getting involved. Let me know what breathwork you enjoyed, how it feels. Is it making a difference to your month? Next month, March, which isn't that far away, the end of this week, I think, we're going to be looking at mindfulness, meditation, and letting go. So what I'm recommending that you do is carry on with your intermittent fasting. Maybe you're not as strict, but doing it midweek. Give the body the time. Put a wee 4-7-8 breath work in there. Even these protocols are for daily use, and I think it's really helpful to decide how much time you've got to dedicate to self-care and to looking after these cells. So breathwork for me, I like Sandy's because they're usually 15 to 20 minutes. That's very doable in my head. If I've got time, I go on to take a deep breath, Wim Hof stuff, other Wim Hof teachers. I love Ed Harold. I just go on there and I choose one and I breathe along with that because I really know the power of the breathwork. And obviously the cold water. You get in. I get in yesterday and I sat on the beach and thought, well, I won't. Still that procrastination come in, and then I thought, no, look at it, the water was just gorgeous. So just went in. These things are the things that just make you feel different. And once you understand that you can feel different and you can feel better, and you can choose how you're going into your day, how you're going into your workplace, how you're going into your family, then it makes a big, big difference. So the 4-7-8 breath takes 1 minute. So you can start there. If there's nothing else, if you don't have any time that day, and I understand time restraint is a real thing, especially if you've got kids and you're looking after, people who are unwell. So the 4-7-8, and you can do that as you're wandering around. So use your superpowers. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about the breathwork and the microbiome and how it affects it and how meditation. We'll talk about that because the microbiome is a big buzz thing right now, and we're already getting so much conflicting information about that. As per usual, one person will say one thing, then somebody else will say the complete opposite, and that can cause confusion. And the reality is there is no one size fits all. So it's up to you to tune in and feel, because your body's talking to you via feelings and pictures and sensations, and nobody else apart from you really knows what it's saying. So it's getting that confidence to really understand the language of your body. And let me know in the comments how you enjoyed the breath work, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao. Have a great day.